Well, friends, the new education policy has introduced several terminologies which sometimes, seem to challenge us, seem to create a kind of a mystic vision about what should be done in the future days. One such a terminology which most teachers have been asking me is about, is called the competency-based education, right? Now, what is a competency-based education? Did we not have competencies listed in earlier methods of education? Well, these are the questions that we confront across. We did have competencies addressed to as a part of the learning process, either through the curriculum or through the pedagogy, or we identify the competencies through assessment and evaluation and others. But today we are talking about a very specific focus on the competency-based education. So what is a competency? Competency is a kind of a mastery that you have acquired from a kind of a skill that you are specialized in. And how do we get these skills? These skills are consequent to the proficiencies we acquire from the curricular objectives. So let's look at the dynamics of the competencies. We start with the curricular objectives, and the curricular objectives show the way how the learning objectives have got to be articulated. Therefore, the curriculum is designed to deliver certain learning objectives, and from the learning objectives we design a discipline, a subject, and every subject identifies the skills that have to be incorporated or to be transferred to the learners. So in the process of teaching, we not only transfer knowledge, we also impart skills to the children. Skills could be cognitive skills or could be hands-on skills, but remember, these skills have got to be, these skills can also be trained by others. For example, you can say mopping is a skill, you can say gardening is a skill. There could be several types of skills, lower level skills, higher level skills. But then every skill has got also a level in which you acquire certain proficiency. So the same skill could be at a lower proficiency or at a little middle proficiency or a higher proficiency. By practicing the skill, contextualizing the skill, and applying the skills productively, you acquire proficiencies. And once you acquire the proficiency, you consolidate on those proficiencies through knowledge and experience, and that becomes a kind of a mastery over a period. And where the mastery is almost synonymous with the kind of competencies that you acquire. Now people start looking up to you for a particular skill. They say, you are competent to tell me what should I do, how should I do. Now Howard Gardner, when he talked about the 6 frames of mind, he said the first kind of mind when he talked about is called the disciplinary mind, where he said every discipline of learning will take 10 years to acquire the kind of the mastery it needs. That being the case, remember, developing a proficiency, developing a competency is not an overnight job. So that's a process. The skills can be trained, but competencies have to be acquired. So we as teachers have got to facilitate children, empower children with skills, and facilitate them to understand the progression of skills into different proficiencies, resulting in a kind of mastery and competency. I think that is the objective of education, and you have to look at it in the entire process of education, not as a result of a one-day classroom teaching. So whenever you go to the classroom, think how I can help children to develop a skill, from that a proficiency, from that a competency. Okay? Thank you.